When is the best time to work out during Ramadan? Should you even work out in Ramadan or just focus on ibadah? I always gain fat during Ramadan. What should I do? I always lose weight during Ramadan. What should I do? What should I eat during iftar? And what should I eat during suhoor? If you're a Muslim watching this, I know that you wonder all, if not most of these questions. And I'm going to do my best to make this a full comprehensive guide to training and eating during Ramadan. We have a lot of ground to cover and I want all of you to maximize the value that you get from this video, inshallah. But as always, I've still put timestamps down in the description box, but trust me, you're going to want to watch this entire video. I'm also very pleased to announce the launch of my High Value Muslim Men's Club, which is a community I've created for like-minded Muslim men to join a brotherhood where we share secrets and have weekly calls on fitness, nutrition, masculinity, testosterone, marriage, and the deen. So make sure that you stick around to the end of the video for full details. Diving right into it, the first thing we're going to cover is diet. Simply put, if you want to lose fat, the number one thing you need to focus on is being in a calorie deficit during the month of Ramadan. What this means is having less calories consumed than what you've been consuming. Additionally, you'll want to avoid the typical Desi and Arab type of iftar meals. High carb, even deep fried carbs, sweets, so on and so forth. This is because they are extremely calorie dense and are not filling. If you eat samosas, biryani, mandi, deep fried carbs, sweets, you're probably going to rack in 2,000 to 3,000 plus calories for just iftar alone, not to mention having another meal most likely, if not suhoor again. But if you have a large meal with rice, meat, vegetables, fruits, you'll probably feel more full, if not just as full, and only have a couple hundred calories, sometimes even less than 500. Now, many of my online clients, before they start working with me, have this misconception that if I want to eat good and healthy foods, it's going to be bland and distasteful. This couldn't be farther from the truth, because today you can find low-calorie alternative recipes for your favorite dishes online anywhere. All it takes is effort to make it. Now, aside from my first point of being in a caloric deficit, you'll also want to ensure that you avoid carbs at least as much as you can for suhoor. When you eat a lot of carbohydrates for suhoor, like rice, pasta, roti, sugary sweets, I know in the Desi community, there's a misconception that that's energy for the day that you're going to be fasting, right? All that's going to do is during the day, your body is going to use that meal and the stored carbohydrates from that meal for energy instead of tapping into your stored body fat, which you have a lot of that we need to lose. So opting for complex carbs like brown rice, vegetables, oatmeal is way better than getting in simple carbs, but eliminating them altogether will ensure that you maximize the fat loss during the day. This is why focusing on getting a lot of fats and proteins is very beneficial for you for suhoor. But fruits and simple carbs are fine within reason for iftar. I'm also going to share a lot of my fat loss secrets in the High Value Muslim Men's Club during the weekly group calls, so make sure that you stick around for full details. And if you're loving the value so far in this video, smash that like button. It only takes a second and it'll help spread this video out to more brothers. Now, if your goal is to gain muscle and it's already hard for you to gain weight anyway, you're going to want to have more calories than you've been having, which is called a calorie surplus. Now, I know what you're about to say. Many people are like, I'm
already eating as many calories as I could be.
I'm eating all day, I'm stuffed, I'm exhausted, I still can't put on weight. Simply put, you're making two mistakes. Number one, you're actually not eating as much as you think you should be eating, because if you were,
thermodynamically speaking,
you would be gaining weight, getting more calories. But number two, you have a misconception that if I need more calories, it means I need more food. This couldn't be farther from the truth, because if you always needed more volume of food to get more calories, there's only a finite amount of food you could eat during the day without feeling stuffed and full to the brim and exhausted. Not to mention that during Ramadan, your stomach already shrinks during the day from the fast. This is where the principle of calorie density comes in. Calorie density is essentially how many calories are going to be contained in the same volume or amount of food. This means that the same plate of, let's say, burgers, fries, cake, soda will have the exact same volume of food as another plate, let's say, in amount, in quantity, of chicken breast and broccoli. But the difference is, the first one is going to have thousands of calories, whereas the second one is only going to have a couple hundred. And ultimately, it's the calories that are necessary for you to gain weight and muscle, not how much food you're eating. And if you're wondering if this means you have to start binging on junk food, no, you don't. You can easily have high calorie density foods and meals to get in a lot of calories for low volume without eating unhealthy as well. This is because the biggest determinant in how much calories a meal has is going to be how many fats are in that food, not the carbs and proteins, because carbs and proteins each have 4 calories per gram. but fats have 9 calories per gram. This means in the same amount of carb, protein, and fats have more than double the calories as carbs and proteins, or you could think of it as more calories than both of them combined. So opting for things like mayonnaise, butter, olive oil, cheese, peanut butter is amazing. Each of these spreads or condiments have at least 100 calories per tablespoon. This means if you take a slice or two of toast, put an egg in there and make a sandwich, you're missing out on a lot of potential calories, because if you take a tablespoon of butter, put that on each side of the slices of toast, and also fry the egg in about a tablespoon of olive oil or two, because olive oil is amazing and it's really healthy for you. Not only is this going to taste better, not only is this going to be pan pressed and be a little bit charred and get you that nice crispy sandwich texture, you're also going to be getting in 600 extra calories for no extra volume. Subhanallah. Aside from being in a calorie surplus alone, you also want to ensure you're getting in way more protein than usual. So instead of the typical iftari foods, focus on more protein and more meat. Also consider opting for more fattier meats instead of leaner meats, because you still get the protein and you get way more calories. So steaks, ground beef, red meats, lamb, fattier fish, so on and so forth. There's a lot to cover too, so I'm going to be going over all of my muscle building hacks in the High Value Muscle Men's Club as well. Now, if your goal is to gain or maintain muscle and lose fat during the month of Ramadan, then you'll simply want to be in a slight calorie deficit. I'm talking no more than 100 to 300 calorie deficit, and focus on simple carbs during iftar, after the workout, which we'll talk about. And during suhoor, you want to focus on fats and proteins. Take a quick nanosecond to smash that like button, inshallah, and it will help spread this video out to more brothers. Now we'll go into training. Now, if your goal is to gain muscle, then you'll want to focus on lifting weights at the gym or doing body weight workouts at home. The best times to work out are going to be number 1, right before iftar, so between Asr and Maghrib. This is good for those that want to maximize insulin sensitivity and don't feel too tired during the day, and then the iftar meal will be pure post-workout and will repair your muscle tissue. This is not good, however, for those that are a little bit more fatigued and lightheaded around the later parts of the fasting. The second best time to work out is right after you break your fast with an iftar, like a quick, small, light iftar. I'm talking a couple dates, juice, water. You pray Maghrib. Now it's already been 20-30 minutes. You're done your adhkar, inshallah. And now you can finally, after you've digested this, do your workout before the main big iftar meal. This is for those perfectly that don't have the energy or time to train before iftar and before Maghrib. The third, but definitely not the least optimal time I will recommend to work out in Ramadan is going to be right before suhoor. This will allow you to have energy, rest, and also get in that post-workout suhoor meal for muscle recovery. I know a lot of people swear by training after you've already started your fast, but I don't simply like that at all, because number 1, I don't like training on a full stomach. Number 2, if I train right after eating suhoor, my digestion won't be optimized because my energy is going to go towards this rigorous workout. Number 3, more than likely you will be very tired and low energy because of working out at the very beginning of your fast. Now, the rest of the workout secrets and testosterone, which will take time to optimize, will be shared in my High Value Muscle Men's Club, inshallah. Now, moving on, if your goal is to lose fat during Ramadan, you're going to want to have more activity during the day while you fast. Don't be sedentary and sleep from Fajr, after Fajr, all the way to Dhuhr or even Asr. Astaghfirullah. I'm not saying you can't do that, but then you won't get the fat burning benefits of higher activity levels and not being sedentary during the day. Go on walks, do cardio, do sports, play basketball. Preferably as close to iftar as you can, but definitely all day as well. There's nothing better than popping your AirPods into your ears and listening to some Quran recitations while you're strolling out in nature during your fasting. Now, in conclusion, Ramadan is a beautiful month where we can focus on our ibadah and cherish the body that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted us for this dunya. This is why I've launched my personal community, the High Value Muslim Men's Club. My goal is to aspire this to be the most based brotherhood possible, where we hold each other accountable every single day and we accelerate our goals towards coming closer to Allah, focusing on our masculinity, our deen, our finances, our mental health, our fitness, and even marriage. We'll have weekly calls and also, when time permits, physical meetups in person. As a token of my excitement for launching this community finally, at last, the price to join will be as low as it ever will be now. So make sure you join with the link in the description box down below. It goes without saying you'll definitely always get the same value as promised. Additionally, you'll get full access to my 90-day self-improvement video course, pre-recorded content that I've made just for you, sent to you right away, covering in-depth videos from me that will never be found on YouTube, where I discuss things like fitness, masculinity, nutrition, mental health, finances, Islam, everything you need to know to get the foundation down pat for your self-improvement as a Muslim man. This will be included for free for anybody that joins my High Value Muslim Men's Club as well. As always, smash that like button, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe, share it with your average Abdullah, and I'll see you next time, inshallah. Have a very blessed Ramadan. May Allah accept our efforts. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.